Hey folks, so in this video I want to talk to you about tick bite diseases. And chances are if you're chronically tired and have been for a long time, which is chronic, then there's a great chance that you have an actual tick-borne disease. You were bitten by a tick. So let's dive into it. Let's get going. So if you're just tuning in for the first time, my name is Brett Porter. I make videos once a week all about chronic disease and insight into the human condition. If you've had any of the symptoms, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, brain fog, depression, anxiety, neurological disorders, Alzheimer's, these have been known to also be tick-borne diseases, believe it or not. So many times people are treated for Lyme disease and they're cured of this Lyme disease, or the levels go down and the symptoms of multiple sclerosis, of dementia, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue all plummet, and you go back, your energy goes back up. Plummet, energy up. That's how important this video is to me, and it should be to you, especially if you're chronically fatigued. Chances are you have a tick-borne disease and you haven't tested for it. Maybe you don't have the right doctor or the right knowledge, but today I'm going to share with you the knowledge of the right way to do it, what test to get, which I have here, how to treat it, how to get better, how to get, most importantly, back to your full realized self. Why does the tick bite make us feel like crap? Why do we feel like, why is the chronic fatigue? Why is the gut messed up? Why don't we feel the brain fog and depression? Well, it's because the tick-borne disease hijacks the immune system. It basically suppresses the immune system so all the other things can pop up. So a lot of time, many people don't have any symptoms. They get bitten by a tick and they're fine. Why? Because they have resilient immune systems, and we'll get into that too. So the tick-borne disease hijacks the body and it stays in stealth mode in many people. This is a chronic thing. It can be in your system for years sometimes and just start peeking its head up. So you may have contracted it years, 5, 10 years ago. But small warning, unless you take the proper steps, unless you test, take the proper test kit, take the proper steps, you're never going to get rid of this. And that's why I'm making this video, because I want to get rid of this thing. I want to help people get rid of this thing. And I've discovered a gold mine of information around tick-borne diseases and why they are the main cause of chronic fatigue syndrome. Examples of the most common types of tick-borne diseases, put them up here. Lyme disease, everybody's heard about, and there's a category called chronic Lyme that basically puts all the tick-borne diseases in that category. Lyme disease is the one everybody's heard about. So where do ticks come from? They come from northeastern United States and they come from upper Midwestern, but you can get them anywhere. I found out you can get them in Hawaii. How do you get it? Well, mostly small mammals. You can get it from a deer, but a lot of times mice. Drops into the grass, hangs out in the grass, clings to your sock or shoe when you're walking by or hanging out. Then it crawls up and looks for a fresh patch of skin to feed on. That's how you get bit. The tricky thing is most tick bites are in the nymph stage of the tick, which is the baby stage, and it's the size of a poppy seed. It's tiny. So when you're looking for ticks, you might mistake it for a freckle. Most people don't feel the bites. Scary. How does traditional medicine test for it? Your traditional doctor? Well, he'll do what's called an ELISA test. Test for antibodies. It's a 2-tier test. It's called a ELISA, Western blot. And I'll put the link in the description so you can check it out. That's a normal test for it. And that lets you know if you've had antibodies for it. The thing I really want to tell you guys is 50% of the people actually test negative and still have it. 50% of the people that have it test negative. I should have put it that way. It's good but not thorough. The test you need to take is called the ELISpot test. So traditional treatment is 1 to 6 weeks of antibiotics, and it's a different combination of antibiotics depending on which tick-borne disease you have. Like I say, there's a myriad of tick-borne diseases. You just have to test for them. You can supercharge the effects of antibiotics by taking silver. Silvercillin, Argentin 23 are two main types that doctors prescribe with taking antibiotics. Bartimezia, which is an anti-malarial drug for the tick-borne diseases that helps recover faster. So this combination is great when taking antibiotics. It's a great idea to combine these. Pro tip, you want to treat all the symptoms, everything going on, because everything is feeding everything else. So your doctor might prescribe or diagnose you with fibromyalgia, send you away. Say healthy diet, lifestyle, this and that. Chronic fatigue, and say, I don't know, we've tried everything. Your thyroid looks good and this looks good. Chronic fatigue, which is a symptom, but he's treating it like a diagnosis. But don't take that, as a diagnosis. It is just a symptom of something else. Many times, like I say, tick-borne disease, so you have to get tested for it. To have a resilient immune system, to buff up our immune systems so that we can lower the levels of Lyme or whatever tick-borne disease we have, so everything else falls by the wayside. But you can't just not treat these things, right? Just because you cure the tick-borne disease, it doesn't mean these things are just going to fall off by themselves. And that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about the post-Lyme protocol. If you just take the antibiotics, a lot of times the Lyme will go dormant. The levels will go down, but you'll still feel the symptoms. That's why you have to do the protocol. And it can take anywhere up to 6 months. But it's a small sacrifice to pay for the rest of your life having energy and feeling good. So, very important. I'm going to put the protocols. There's a list I'll put in the description. It's just so important. You guys don't give up. Go through the antibiotics, which are 1 to 6 weeks, is no time, right? It's going to pass before you know it. Get on a protocol. And your doctor can recommend a protocol. Again, functional medicine will have a protocol you can get on. But whatever, your doctor might too, and I'll give you a list of them. But we don't want to wait for the antibiotics, and we don't want to wait for, another 6 months for the treatment protocol to start feeling good. Nobody wants to do that. No. Why would they? I don't. So I'm going to put a link in the description. Check out a video. It's about a daily regimen. The meditation in it is very simple that it describes. It's not anything intense. It's very simple. It's about walks and meditation and little supplements you can take to feel better. I don't know what I would have done feeling chronic fatigue and brain fog and just like achy joints. Just a general feeling of unwellness basically describes my last year. That's why I made this other video, which I'll put a link up here, which you guys should check out. So the steps, just to reiterate, you got to go to your doctor or a functional medicine team, either one, and say, I want to be tested for tick-borne diseases. If I can be, the full array. The chronic Lyme, at least find out if you have Lyme disease. That'll let you know if you have other co-infections. But you still need to get tested for those other things too. The common ones, Babesiosis, Bartinella, Sarlickya. Then, after the testing, you start on antibiotic regimen. Make sure you're not allergic to the antibiotics. There'll be a combo depending on which tick-borne disease you have. Again, this is all about getting your energy back, getting rid of this chronic fatigue, getting rid of fibromyalgia, which are symptoms, getting back to normal. Once you do that, you start feeling better, the levels go down in your blood, that's when you start the post-treatment protocol, post-Lyme protocol. You follow one of these protocol methods. Hopefully your doctor has one in mind. Again, functional medicine. They'll have a post-treatment protocol in mind because they'll look at you specifically, all of your levels, and find out the best one for you because this is a very specific personal thing. Tick-borne diseases aren't a one-size-fits-all. They're all different treatments for those, different combinations of antibiotics, different post-treatment protocols, and the individual is what functional medicine treats. I feel like I'm making a functional medicine video again. I already made one. You guys have to check it out just to know what it's about if you don't already. So question of the day, what is your main symptom you're struggling with? I really want to know. What's the main symptom you're struggling with? How long have you been struggling? If you're watching this video, I'm guessing it's chronic fatigue. But that's one of many symptoms I've been struggling with. Maybe you can just put, brain fog, my stomach upset, 3 months on and off. But whatever, you can make it short. You don't have to spell it out. But you can write me a novel if you want to. I'll read it. Also, if you got value out of this video, I would really appreciate a like, smash or massage that like button, subscribe, ring the bell so I can notify you. I don't want you to miss out because I make creative, interesting human condition videos every other week. And then, of course, chronic disease videos every Friday, which will probably be every other week. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Take care, be healthy, you are the cure, get tested, and we'll come together next time. All right, bye-bye.